Hello, this is True, and these are your soul messages from the spirit realm for the week of April 13th. So they're showing me a ceramic plate. The plate has been shattered and it's being mended, being put back together again. And it takes time, it takes precision, extreme focus, and patience, but over time, the plate is able to be reconstructed, put back together. It's not the same as it was before it broke, but this new version of this plate emerges that has utility and is able to return to its function. Also receiving this sensation in the heart space that feels like this dull, aching pain, like a heartache. They're comparing these two things together, this pain in the heart and this shattering and reconstruction of this plate. So what is the message? What do you want me to share with the collective about these two pieces of information? Okay, they're saying that when we go through loss, so this can be the loss of a loved one, this could be the loss of a relationship, this can be the loss of a job, that we as humans on this planet experience this shattering and coming back to self is what they're saying. Yeah, the piece that they keep reiterating is this process of coming back together. One, that it is something to be patient with ourselves. So when we are living through loss, it can bring in a lot of different emotions, some unpleasant, but they're using the word meticulously important that we feel all the different emotions, even the unpleasant ones. We are patient with ourselves as we do that, as we experience those emotions, because without that integration, without experiencing those emotions, we can't get to this new fullness, this transformation. They're saying that in this metaphor is the plate that has been put back together. And they're now showing this image of a blindfold over the eye, where we really have to make our way through any season of loss or grief, really not knowing what's on the other side. And being accepting of this fact that the version of us that emerges on the other side of grief, and knowing that grief does stay with us, but the emotions, they get less loud, they get less intense as time goes on, and we don't know and can't see who we'll become until we get there. So going slowly, trusting the timing, being kind to ourselves as we move through this is what they're offering us as guidance, because we're always changing as humans walking this earth. We're always growing, learning new things, processing new emotions. And so on the other side of this experience will be a different version of ourselves, just like this visual of the reconstructed plate is a different version of itself. Okay, and they're speaking to the tools that were used to put this plate back together, emphasizing that, through this shattering, this transformation, there was materials that were added to the plate to really reinforce it, to make it stronger in this new version of itself. And that's also true with all of us as we grow, as we experience loss. We get to become a stronger version of ourselves. And immediately in response to that, there's this rebuttal almost of like, I don't want to become a stronger version of myself. I don't want to have to do these hard things. I don't want to have to sit in these emotions. I don't want to be patient. And to that, they're responding with, well, this is life. This is the experience of being a human. Nobody escapes this part. This is part of what molds us. They're saying to look for examples. So look for others who have been through whatever you're experiencing right now. So you have this frame of reference for coming out the other end, they're saying. And as you do this, chart your own path, are the words they're saying. Have that reference point, and then figure out which ways you want to move through this in a way that really honors who you are, what your needs are, what your wants are. Because there's no single path to take through any type of hardship or loss. There's no one way to go about it. There's not any two experiences that are exactly the same. And so finding a reference can help give you the perspective and the optimism and the intention to continue to get to the other side while having clarity around what you need, how you want to move through it, ensuring that you're really honoring your whole self throughout the journey, the process, the grief. Yeah, bringing it back to that visual of the plate that was glued back together, that you would not be able to glue them back together the same way. Two different broken plates shatter completely differently, are reconstructed completely differently. How might you look, feel, act, be on the other side, and let that be unique to you? That is the reading for this week. Please use your discernment. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Know that you have the historical context, the information of what's going on right now in your life. I don't. And so whatever you want to take away from this that is supportive, please do, and leave the rest. I hope you come back next week for reading. And in the meantime, I'd love to hear from you. So post any comments or send me a message. Thank you.